Hey everybody, welcome to LAWE 155, Substantive Criminal Law. I'm Professor Cunningham, and I just want to give you besides welcoming you to the class, I want to give you a little rundown about what to expect and also kind of how things will play out this semester. So, substantive criminal law, the basics behind it is yes, we're going to talk about the court systems, why they originally set up the way they were. We'll talk about trial courts versus appellate courts, how that works on the state level compared to federal. Are there any times whenever those kind of cross paths, or how does that work? That's one area we'll talk about, different responsibilities within the court system, who does what. We will also go into probably the more interesting part of the class where we get a chance to look at case law or apply the IC codes in Indiana specifically, but we would look at what you might call typologies or the elements of crime. For example, knowing whether to charge someone with murder or manslaughter, and if it's manslaughter, is it going to be voluntary or involuntary? And then within those, there are different types that would fit it. So that's all kind of enveloped in this class. So what I want to do is take some time here to explain some things I want you to have for the class. Here is the textbook that we will be using. And now, I will say that this is the newest edition. It was not available until basically right at the end of 2021. So this is considered a 2022 publication. So it will be new. However, if for some reason you can't find it, I know they have it at the bookstore, but for some reason there might be some issues with ordering it. So if you have that problem, you can also look online for, like I said, the same class or the same book. Excuse me. It's going to be the criminal law, and I have the information listed in the syllabus, which I will show you. All right, criminal law, Jennifer Moore, John L. Worrell. Okay, there's your ISBN number you can use to look them up, make sure you're getting the right book. But if you happen to find that same criminal law book, which is a Pearson, that's publisher for this particular book, if you find say the second edition, it will have pretty much the same information in it. The only issue is they sometimes change diagrams. They'll change the cases they pick to highlight whatever the topic is for that particular chapter or area. So that's really the only thing that has changed. That being said, if you can do the newest edition, great. If not, don't worry about it. Do what you can, but it will benefit you to have the book and to actually read it. So in this class, I'm going to offer the PowerPoints, and there will be some topics that I will also add an additional, whether it be lecture video or some other material for you to look over, listen to, or at least be exposed to. And as far as any other expectations in class, I'm going to scroll down here for your syllabus, which is available to you on Blackboard. You should be able to see that. In fact, that's how you got to see this video. So either way, this shows you the week, and the date that you see is going to be the Monday of that week. It's not necessarily the due date, but it is the Monday, so you know the week of, for example, the week of January 10th, right? Because yesterday was the first day of the week on the Monday, January 10th. So we're doing a little introduction syllabus. I plan on having every 4 weeks there's going to be an assignment due and also an exam. That assignment, I will have given you instructions prior to that. So, for example, whether it be next week or even the week after, but let's just say it's next week when we start covering the basics of criminal law, but I give you the outline of what I want you to do for the assignment. So yes, you're responsible for going over the material, whether it be reading it, going to the PowerPoints, all that. You are responsible for these different chapters and this different information each week. But whenever I tell you what that assignment is, you have from the time I give you the assignment all the way until it's due here on the week of, say, February 7th. If you get it done before then, great. Submit it. You don't have to worry about that. But understand it's due the same week, during the same week that your exams will be offered. Okay? And so, yes, there is no midterm. So you have 4 exams, 4 assignments, and then you have a final that you'll take. It's in the final exam. And you can see here, it says, your exams total up to 60% of your grade. Your final exam is 20% of your grade, and the assignments are 20%. So yes, it's kind of test heavy, but don't worry about it. You'll be fine with tests. I'm not here to trick you, but you do need to know your stuff. So it will be fine. We're going to try to make this semester enjoyable, but I want you to learn. So that combination can be good. If you have questions, feel free to get a hold of me. And that information should be up here. This is email, the easiest and best way to get a hold of me. I respond faster that way. I check it far more often than I do my phone. But if you do need to get a hold of me on the phone, it's not listed here, but I do have, you can use the 812-888-4589. That's my office number. Now, I will be updating my office hours, even though it shouldn't affect most of you because this is an online course. But if you happen to be on campus, need to get a hold of me, I have recently, as in earlier today, needed to change my office hours. So I will update that and probably make an announcement for you just so you'll be aware of it. So, but other than that, this class can be a good, interesting class, especially if you enjoy the aspects of law. And plus just seeing kind of how it can play out in the court systems is really interesting. So either way, I want this to be a good class, and I think it will.